Welcome to another edition of the Fantasy Alarm Hot Pass. I'm Matt Selz, your FSWA Racing Writer of the Year. This week we're talking the TicketGuardian 500 from ISM Raceway, also known as Phoenix International Raceway. Let's get going. The first driver to be featured in the Hot Pass this week is a familiar face in Kevin Harvick. He's 14.5K on FanDuel and 12.8K on DraftKings. 4 of the last 5 March races have seen Harvick in victory lane, with the 5th still being a top 10 finish. His average finish of 2.0 and top 15 rate of 97% and an average rating of 134 are all as good as they come in that span. Once again, he leads the field in laps led per race at 125, and fastest laps per race was 65.4 in those last 5 races. Just in case that wasn't enough for you, Harvick has 5 wins, 9 top 5s, and 10 top 10s in the last 10 races, with an average finish of 2.7 and nearly 700 more laps led than the next closest driver in that span. Rolling on to the second driver, we get to Kyle Busch, who costs 14.2K on FanDuel and 12.2K on DraftKings. He doesn't have a win here in the last 4 races, but he does have 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s with an average finish of 4.7. He comes in second to Harvick in driver rating at 122.4, laps led per race at 79.3, and fastest laps per race at 39.8 in those last 4 races. Busch is the highest scoring driver in the last 2 races at Phoenix on both sites. A guy who has been on both sides of the line thus far is back on the good side of the line this week in Chase Elliott. He comes in at 11.5K on FanDuel and 9.3K on DraftKings. Chase has a top 5, 2 top 10s, and 3 top 20s in his last 3 March races here in the Cup Series, with a very good 110.8 driver rating. Overall, he's run 6 races at the track in the Cup Series and has 2 top 5s and 4 top 10s for his effort, with an average finish of 9.5 in that span. He's one of only 3 drivers to have put up 50 or more points on DraftKings and 68 or more FanDuel points in each of the last 3 March races at Phoenix. Moving right along, the 4th driver to watch this week is Ryan Newman. He's priced at $8,200 on FanDuel and $7,100 on DraftKings. He's the only driver in the field with a win in the last 5 races aside from Kevin Harvick, but he also has 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s as well. His 12.2 average finish in that span is the 7th best mark in the field, while being one of only 4 drivers to average 60-plus points on both sites in the last 2 races. If he scores what he's averaged in 4 of the last 5 races at Phoenix, taking out the crash that happened in 2016, he returns a 7.5x value on DraftKings and an 8.8x value on FanDuel. We've made it to the contrarian play of the week portion of the Hot Pass, and this week it's Aric Almirola at 10.8K on FanDuel and 9.6K on DraftKings. He has 1 top 10 and 5 top 20s in the last 5 March races here at Phoenix, with an average finish of 14.2. Almirola has a plus 6.8 position differential in that span, and in the last 10 races here overall, he's posted a plus 7.8 mark. Last fall marked his best finish at the track, a P4, in his 16 career races, but over the last 5 races here, he's finished better each time. Finally, we come to the fate of the week this week, and it's hometown boy Alex Bowman. Bowman is 7.5K on FanDuel and 7.3K on DraftKings. Typically, I tell you to play the hometown racer in some capacity, but not this week given Bowman's history here. He does have 194 laps led in 7 races, but most of those came in 1 race when he was filling in for Dale Earnhardt Jr. and was pumped up for the whole race. In his last 3 Cup races at the track, he's got just 1 top 20 and an average finish of 28, with a negative 6.3 position differential. In his last 7 Cup races at Phoenix, he has 1 top 10 and 2 top 20s with an average finish of 27.1 and a negative 6.7 position differential mark. Bowman has never posted more than 22.5 DraftKings points in a race and is averaging less than 40 FanDuel points in the last 3 Cup races here in March. That'll do it for this week's Fantasy Alarm Hot Pass. Make sure to check out all of the relevant data and figures and facts about your favorite drivers in the rest of the track breakdown, and we'll have a full slate of practice reports, playbook, podcast, and optimal lineups out over the weekend. Let's go get them.